its own way, very charming. Real breath of fresh air, quite literally. Really lovely sandy beach and great facilities here in the Ergo Arena. And of course, who has been in scintillating form this winter. As many of you will know, 3 world records in 15 days, including the 3,000 meters. She is the defending champion over 1,500 meters in the world indoors from Istanbul 2 years ago. Has opted to concentrate on the 3,000 in a few minutes' time. But let's get them underway first of all. Dibaba on the right-hand side. There she is, very slow to get underway, just jogging over the line. And, well, Dibaba in absolutely brilliant form. And if she'd had her own way, Tim, she'd have actually doubled up here. But the qualification for both the 1,500 and the 3,000 were on the same day, and it wasn't really feasible.
No, it wasn't. She had to take her pick. She's gone for this one. It's more, if you like, in keeping with what your winter work consists of in the most part. That is strength work, so you don't have to do too much speed work if you're going for the 3,000 meters. Interesting, though, to see Jamal at the front. She is a speedster herself, the twice world champion outdoors at 1,500 meters. And right second from the back is Dibaba, just watching the field, jogging around. I mean, look at it. She's almost having to tread water to go this slowly, and it is slow. It's embarrassingly slow. It's ridiculous. And it might well stay like this for a few laps, I'd have thought. One of the questions that was asked in the press conference of Genzebe Dibaba was, will you be going for another attempt at improving on your 3,000 meter record? The answer was no, and I think the evidence there is clear for everybody to see. There is no attempt whatsoever, no urgency in Dibaba to... why should she? She's done it. Obviously, she wants to win the gold medal here. It's all about the medal, not the time. Well, I'm trying to pick out somebody in this field who might be a likely front runner who would want to push it along rather than just jog these early laps, because if they're going to go this slow...
Ethiopia 1 and 2, the green and red vest of Ayalew and Genzebe Dibaba, just before we rejoin that race, as they completed 5 laps, Dibaba just sprinted almost from last to second, just thought, I've had enough of this slow pace, and it really was snail's pace. It was tortoise-like. At least now it's respectable.
Well, almost 4 minutes for 1,200 meters, Chris. I mean, it's embarrassing. That's 80 seconds per 400 meters. It's not much inside 6 minute miling pace. That's training pace for most of these ladies.
I was going to be slightly churlish, but I might as well say it. My thought was I could almost jump off here, get on the track, get my shoes on and join in at that pace. Almost. Anyway, it's picked up a bit, and we've got Ethiopia 1 and 2. Genzebe Dibaba just hanging on the coattail. 2 main protagonists that we talked about at the top of the program, Dibaba and Obiri. Dibaba, the world record holder, Obiri, the defending champion, are 1 and 2, and the pace has picked up quite a bit. Hassan there from the Netherlands in the orange vest there is in 3rd place, and I mentioned, Tim, at the top of the race, the number of Ethiopians in this field. Out of the 12, 6 of them Ethiopian born, and Hassan, Sifan Hassan, is Ethiopian born. She's one of them, representing the Netherlands since 2013. That is, well, it's, you know, let's be honest, it's a worrying statistic.
Yes, it is, yeah. And I mean, you can make up your own minds about whether or not it's fair enough for these athletes to be switching nationality and turning up in different vests, but 6 Ethiopian-born athletes in this race, for me, is unacceptable. The obvious conclusion that could be reached is that one day you'll get 8 or 10 of them, virtually the entire field, from Ethiopia. It's and then it stops becoming a world championships for my money. Anyway, that middle kilometre, Chris, 2:51, 8:30 pace almost, really, really quick, a vicious injection after a 3:24 opener. That's why it's single file, and that's why we're down to 4. She's tearing them apart here.
Well, Dibaba means business. I just saw a glance of the eye up at the scoreboard there, up at the clock, and she's really turning on the gas here as Dibaba, and she's broken or trying to break the rest of the field. And has she had a change of mind, or was the tactic this all along? She started almost like an amble out of the block. She almost walked over the line, the start line, but now she's in full flow, and Hassan, Obiri, Jamal, all trailing in her wake. Look at that lead as the clock ticks around to 8:22. And Dibaba with a lap to go is stepping on the gas. 200 to go in the 3,000 meters. Dibaba, the result not in doubt. Obiri trying desperately to get back into this race. Obiri, the defending champion, is less than 200 meters from surrendering her crown. Obiri with Jamal chasing. Those are the silver and bronze medal positions, but Dibaba is long gone. Dibaba turning down the screw. She smashed the world record just a couple of weeks ago in Stockholm. Here she goes, 8:55.06 is the winning time. It's way off what she did in Stockholm a couple of weeks ago. Obiri has to settle for silver, and Hassan takes the bronze. Another vintage performance there by Genzebe Dibaba. Another medal to the collection. And, well, possibly one of the most predictable gold medals of these championships, but another superlative performance by the diminutive